adjusted, with further subcommittees expected to accommodate more members. On one hand, the APC has been credited with being the most united party. There's supposed to be unity before campaign, and a lot of people are asking, can there be a resolution? Can internal disagreements be calmed before there is, disparity amongst the party members? But there's so many questions. Also, so many people are wondering, is it a case of politics of competence or loyalty, influence, or proven capacity?
And there's several questions to look at. Can a divided campaign sell a united vision? Can it? Also, who truly controls the APC's 2027 campaign, the president or the governors or major party stakeholders?
So when it comes to a divided campaign selling a united vision, you know how the holy book, the Bible says, a house cannot work against itself, a kingdom cannot work against itself. The APC has been credited with being really united. Call them whatever you call them, but one thing, we might not like the modus operandi, some people, but guess what, they are united. They seem to all pander to the same vision, and that's what a political party needs as its foundation. A divided campaign, can it sell a united vision? No. They have to get it right. They have to come together, speak with one voice. A lot of them will say they stand on the mandate of, there's a song on the mandate, we shall stand. I think I heard the song. A lot of them sing the song and they all talk with one voice. Also, it's a party that has been credited, unfortunately, with rewarding loyalty. And in our polity, in our political space, we need more competence than loyalty. Now, when it comes to who truly controls the campaign, is it the president, is it the governors, or the major stakeholders? I'm going to leave it to the listeners to answer. Who do you think should truly control the APC's 2027 campaign? Is it the president, the leader of the party, the de facto leader of the party, the governors, or is it major party stakeholders? Remember, there's somebody that comes to mind that is not even part of the party, but he has been bragging about delivering his polling unit. And thereby, we are going to be leaving it to the listeners to determine what goes. You can call in on 0700 1051 1051. For those who want to call in, 0700 1051 1051, but you have just 60 seconds to share your thoughts.
And on WhatsApp, 0909 916 4403. Hello, good morning.
Hi, Jonathan.
Welcome, Jonathan.
Good morning.
Very good. You can see how sectional we are as a people and as a nation. Do you guys realize that some people are kidnapped in Niger State?
Yes.
Compare it with what was happening when these people were kidnapping on your state. All of us were here. You know the kind of shout we shouted here. But in the past 72 hours, gentle people, do you hear any shout? There is no shout. And go and look at that video. Very careful. I have looked at it. Babies were crying in the bush. Now, even this money that you said they spend, it would have been good. Let them put it into percentage. Which part of this country go up to the highest amount? That's the way you appreciate report. Now, let me tell you, these people, money will be paid again. You will have to the money that's been spent. And that's what the Northerners are doing. Even the Northerners, they are not shouting because they are comfortable. That's how we are different in this country. It's very sad. But the federal government, you are the one in charge of the country. You need to take a stand.
Thank you, Jonathan, for your comment.
Thank you, Jonathan. Wow, very, very honest opinion. You can also share your opinions via the phone lines or WhatsApp 0700 1051 1051.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Everybody, you guys in the studio, Evangelist, my name.
Welcome
Good morning,
to the show. Good morning.
Evangelist.
He is not united. It's only one man that is holding them by force. That's the president. Don't forget about this thing. Well, I'm a political, not scientist. Forget this one. No, yes, I just want to quickly say that. Can you go for the incident you guys cited of how somebody that was kidnapped, someone was taking money to the place and you have to pass through 3 military checkpoints. Yes, thank God. It's trending. And another one. You remember how Senator Oshamole in the floor of the Senate, they raised an alarm that the kidnap that happened at Yobe State, where school people were kidnapped. That a call came to the military to check it in that you should vacate that place. You remember?
Yes.
Okay, thank God. And somebody called. That was why the military had to move away. And when they move away, the bandits came and struck. And I remember again, in the month of May this year, the same police authority had to showcase about 7 police officers that were involved in kidnapping. In this country is dead.
Thank you.
But now the same police, Gumi said that the government know bandits know their.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Evangelist.
Sorry, 60
Unfortunately,
seconds. Yes.
exactly.
Just 60 seconds. Hello, good morning. Oh, the number
right.
07001051 07001051 Hello, good morning.
Hello, Ini.
Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good
morning.
Good morning, Alayiswa.
Good morning.
Thank you. Please, I think first of all, my topic is on the shout from the Minister of Minister of Works, the Mai. If you listen to him, the man is shouting of the damaging government infrastructures along with to the east, the new bridge, and that is exactly what happened in Lagos. Within Festac and Rainbow. You understand? In Lagos, you see, I think the federal government has to be holistic on these particular people damaging government property. As far as I'm concerned, Nigeria is not yesterday, it's not now. Nigeria has been in existence for more than 60 years. This thing has not been happening. These people destroying the assets of Nigeria, they are not Nigeria. They are just camouflaging themselves because they come from the north. They are not Nigeria, they are not northerners. Please, government should take an holistic people. We have been shouting. Even if you have a house in some interior area, you go there and vandalize it. No, not talk of they're not descending on government assets. And you can see the sound of the Minister of Work yesterday.
All right.
Look, I'm appealing to government that anybody look, go.
We apologize. Thank you
60
so
seconds
much.
only to share your thoughts.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Madam.
Good morning. Welcome to the show. Big P as well.
Good morning, your mother.
Big P, yeah.
Good morning.
This is Pastor Ladipo.
Welcome, Pastor Ladipo.
This is Pastor Ladipo speaking. My take this morning is on this issue of the people that were kidnapped. It's a pity that when it happened in New York, everybody raised alarm. Now it has happened in this state. Everybody just pretend as if nothing has happened. Is it that these people are used to it? Didn't you hear the cry of babies? And every time, some of us will come and be shouting, we want to divert people's attention and be telling us that the minister is shouting. Why will minister not be shouting? Is he not his duty to shout? I'm just tired the way the whole system is going on. What these people are interested in is the re-election. Therefore, not doing anything to safeguard the life of the people. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you, Pastor Ladipo. We'll check out some messages on WhatsApp now.
Olusoga Ajay from Adonai Corridor says, this is like the first time we'll be having an issue-based presidential campaign in Nigeria. Fuel subsidy has taken the floor. Hopefully another significant issue comes up. I'm loving every bit of the basketballs by these politicians. Tinubu self never rests since the subsidy conversation started. He has been on his toes since last week. Opposition don't wake up. They were sleeping before. Here we have Timi Tokpa Onato from a Jagama community. It's unfortunate, disheartening and becoming worrisome that the president, who claimed to have performed very well in the last 3 years, has found it difficult to cone out and address the people on the good things he has done so far since election campaign started. What will be the most annoying is when the president wins and returns for second term in office, which as at today is very realistic because the two main candidates feel they can win without coming together as one to unseat the incumbent president. God bless Nigeria. Tim Tokba Onatoye. Here, Jeremiah from Alakuko says, thank God it's Friday to you guys in the studio. Thank you. How I wished Atiku had been saying all this before now. Atiku promised to return the subsidy, which just made the president to summon the governors for a meeting, and now come the CNG, cheap transportation. Atiku effect seems to be putting the government on their toes. Here we have Mayor from Ikoto Igbe. Good morning and happy weekend to you all, to everyone. If at all there's something good or happy to talk about, Nigeria's natural disaster is leadership, while other countries' natural disaster is nature. No amount of propaganda will return the incumbent and his unserious followers to come back to power. We have suffered enough sorrows, tears and blood since 2015, especially in his government. It took 4 years and 3 months for Lateef Jakonde to build Lagos, not 8 years. We'll make sure we checkmate INEC and the judiciary because they are our biggest disaster in Nigeria so far. God arise and help Nigeria. Mayor from Ikotun Egbe. Ade here says, good morning, City FM. You guys have analyzed a lot this morning. What is the way forward? How can we get all of these? How can we get away from these terrible situations? I have my PVC, guarding it jealously. Please vote your conscience. Vote for personality that will bring the desired change. You've said it all, Ade. I think the solution lies in your speech. When you vote, please stick around. Don't be threatened by voters' intimidation. I tell people it might be crazy, but there's something Mahatma Gandhi of India said. You can't, like, 1,000 can't kill a million. You get what? Our strength is in our numbers. Vote, cast your vote, and protect your vote. I think we'll take one last message, should we?
Yes, we can. All right.
Michael Ojoa says the subsidy debate is now political. Both Tinubu and Atiku held different positions at different times. So the best position is the one in government and not the person outside government. He says Dangote. So you're talking about Dangote. Unfortunately, we might not have to take that. It's off the radar. Ike Chiwobi says when there is hunger in the land and the economy is so bad, there are bound to be crimes. Building infrastructure on an empty stomach does not work all over the world. And with that, we've come to the end of City Press. Thank you so much. And this is the end of City Press for the week.
Thank you so much for being a part of City Press. We're gearing up for another amazing time on Breakfast in the City. It is time for Sports City. By 8 o'clock, the sport gurus will be on board. Big B as well. We'll be serving you some sports stories. Recent one, by the way. Just make sure you sit tight and enjoy.
And remember, this part of City Press is proudly sponsored by Amstel Malta, which helps you actualize your dream of becoming the best you can be.
Stop. This is off.
It still sounds good.
It's good, but it's not good enough.
Can I get an Amstel Malta, man?
Being your best lives in the details. Again. Yeah, better, but still not your best. Being your best refines you. Aha, yes, that's it. Being your best is not just about dreaming about it. You also have to work towards it. Amstel Malta. Be your best.
City 105.1.
Anytime we dip up, really without scrub. You got some love, I'm a way on God. Let them know that we outside, every day some love. She not fair, she not being tip. I'm so bad, I'm trying to pick in it. Please don't remember me, please remember me. Just do that for me, baby. Wanna trust you by myself. I'm fine, you know. She might be someone. It's like a flow, you know me.
is a whole lot to look forward to. A few tidbits coming from the UEFA Champions League draws and all the things to come from the weekend. But guess what? One of the biggest stories this morning will be the fact that the NFF board has resigned, and we're looking forward to a new league campaign this season, the Nigerian Premier Football League. And we're asking you, who will lift the NPFL this season? Welcome to Sports City here this morning on City 105.1. We're on the city. My name is Onome.
Oluwadam Loju right here. It's not only the NPFL that is kicking off this weekend, the Bundesliga, and whether or not anybody can wrestle the title away from Bayern is going to also form part of our conversation.
Well, Michael is named. Good to be here this Friday morning. I one question to the NFFL officials. What took you so long? You should have made this decision a long time ago. Well, I know we'll dive into that very shortly. Once again, Michael is the name.
Just one Puroro and better bottle start. All the hot shots, the sweet goals, ball with the scatter data and make mind cut to the tiki taka and sangalo. The kind ball wey we dey find.
Yes o, e don set. Torchlight the Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, Champions League live on Top Super Sport. Recharge at GoTV today. Or new customer fit get GoTV decoder wey carry 1 month jolly subscription for 15,000 naira. Make you enjoy for house or anywhere with GoTV Stream. GoTV, love it.
City 105.1. From the field to the court, we've got your sports fix right here on Sports City.
All right, we're still on the way here. Sports City 802 this morning, live on City 105.1. We run the city. And you have the voice of the three gentlemen this morning. One person was, initially not introduced. Then you have the floor, lady.
Your name is Shade. I didn't know you were a lady, but yeah. Hi, good morning. We're throwing shade.
How did I throw shade?
Good morning, guys. You're welcome to the most exciting sports show on radio with the finest gentlemen to ever do this. You're going to be finding out exciting and brand new details from the world of sports, from football to tennis to everything in between. You're not going to be like Onome, who's just a hater. We're going to be having fun. My name is the Big Peanut, the little one. Hi, guys. 8:03 on the clock. City 105.1 FM on the dial. We run the city.
So, because I asked you to introduce yourself, now that's a problem. No, Wala. Let's go through the headlines.
She wants you to do the introduction.
Exactly. Be a gentleman.
Onome, do the introduction.
Weren't you taught at school?
Onome, we are waiting for the introduction.
I did not go to school.
School went to you.
The headlines this morning: UEFA Champions League and football. UEFA concludes league phase draws, and the Premier League. Crystal Palace host Manchester City in match day 2 tie. Nigerian football update: NFF board officially resigns. That conversation is still coming up.
Hallelujah. Sorry, I was just doing praise and worship. Anointing.
It's necessary. I really understand that.
And thankfully, from the Nigeria Premier Football League, newly promoted Inter Lagos travel to Shooting Stars. From the world of athletics, Zurich Diamond League, we have Masai Russell breaking, unfortunately, Toby Amusan's 100-meter hurdles world record.
That's
don't cry. Sorry,
that's
take tissue.
We thought she was going to have that record for years to come.
I feel she's going to come back
just
again
in 3
stronger.
years. 4 years.
Onome, we knew it was going to happen. Masai Russell has been flirting with that record, 12.14 on multiple occasions. Now 12.09.
Don't worry,
Congratulations
our
to
queen
her.
of the tracks is still there. And from tennis, the US Open, Carlos Alcaraz, your guy, gets Novak Djokovic in his side of the draw. Who's happy between you and Michael?
So Michael, I've paid Michael in his own coin. He made Alcaraz injured for 2 of the Grand Slams. Now Yannick Sinner is injured for
Why do you
this
say he
particular one.
made? Did he use calories or? Michael, answer.
I wish I knew.
It's the absent-mindedness from me. I'm not part of this.
I feel like the biggest winner from this draw is Zverev.
Oh really?
He's
Why?
The top half of the draw is on paper so easy.
He's the biggest winner
so
because
easy.
on the side he doesn't get to face Alcaraz and Novak Djokovic up until he gets to the final. So at least the path has been maybe in quotes cleared for him. If he doesn't now take advantage of it, that's his own problem, not mine. We'll be getting into the European football conversation this weekend. 2 Premier League action this weekend, taking you into Nigeria Premier Football League and the NFF updates as regards sports kick on the big prediction this weekend. Who wins this season's NPFL title? Let us know.
You don't need no coffee. All you need is vibes on vibes on vibes. Time to shake off the stress and turn up the energy. We are
105.1.
We run this city.
The Royal Air Conditioner sales promo is here, starting from August 28th to 29th, 2026. Get up to 50% off on award-winning floor standing and split unit air conditioners. Shop at your convenience at Sims Online. For inquiries, call 020-1344-6506, 070-1222-3333. Remember, this is the biggest Royal AC promo of the year. This exclusive offer is available at Sims Digital Centers and other leading electronic stores nationwide.
Royal Affordable Luxury.
Just one Puroro and better bottle start. All the hot shots, the sweet goals. Ball with the scatter dada and make mind cut. To the tiki-taka and sangalo. The kind ball wey we dey find.
Yes o, e don set. Torchlight the Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, Champions League live on Top Super Sport. Recharge your GoTV today. All new customer fit get GoTV decoder wey carry 1 month jolly subscription for 15,000 naira. Make you enjoy for house or anywhere with GoTV Stream. GoTV, love it.
Hey Chioma, you don try oh. See as my kitchen clean.
Mama.
But you no use hypo.
Hypo kwa.
Yes so germs dey para. No gree. Protect your kitchen every day with Hypo.
Hypo go hypo.
We've come a long way. It's 25 years of possibilities. Staying connected for 25 years. We kept believing.
And all the milestones we reached together, it's really amazing. It's really amazing, yo, yo, yo.
So we celebrate, we jubilate. Come jollificate, MTN is 25 years old.
For 25 years, we've seen hustle become success, dreams become reality, and strangers become family. Truly, we've come a long way together. Cheers to the next.
2 drops of lemon, a spoon of charcoal, and salt.
What are you mixing? Why is there charcoal all over the place?
It's my teeth whitening mixture. I want to be like you.
Forget this concoction. Just use the new Pepsodent Natural Charcoal Whitening Toothpaste.
Get naturally whiter teeth with the new Pepsodent Natural Charcoal Whitening Toothpaste, made with natural activated charcoal that whitens your teeth and lemon essence that deeply cleanses. Pepsodent Charcoal, natural charcoal, whiter teeth.
My brother, I hear say Lafarge don change name.
Yes now, Lafarge Africa PLC don transform come become HBM Nigeria PLC. The name don change but na still the same ogbonge cement and other building solutions company wey help build Third Mainland Bridge, National Assembly Complex, First and Second Niger Bridge dem, Cocoa House, National Theatre plus plenty HTRM construction for dis we country since 1960.
HBM Nigeria, formerly Lafarge.
HBM Nigeria PLC, formerly Lafarge Africa PLC, Beyond Buildings.
Instant goodness all the way. Reaching milk and reaching cocoa. There's no drink like John Vance Choco.
John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate. Enjoy instant goodness.
From the inner streets to the lush islands, everything the light touches is our kingdom. City 105.1. We run this city. Run this city. Run this city.
Turn up the volume and step into Sports City, your home for thrilling sports talk.
You're welcome.
All right, 8:10 and the train has officially left the station and we are in full swing here. Sports City Live on City 105.1. We run the city. 8:10 this Friday morning. There's a whole lot to dissect, starting with what's going on in European club football. We saw the Champions League draws yesterday and we have some serious fixtures to look forward to when we take a look at the big sides that were in Pot 1. PSG facing Barcelona and Man City. Madrid will get to face Arsenal and Inter. Bayern Munich could get to meet Arsenal and Manchester United. Liverpool will get to face Atletico Madrid and Inter. But when you take a look at the full fixtures, 8 fixtures, which Pot 1 team has the toughest set of fixtures?
The one that jumps into my mind has to be Bayern Munich, because when you look at the opponents for other Pot 1 teams, you are going to get amazing fixtures, except someone like Liverpool, who seem to have gotten the easiest set of pot 1 fixtures when you talk about Atletico Madrid and Inter Milan. Funny how Onome and I were discussing this, John, and I predicted those exact fixtures. But if you look at Bayern Munich, the teams that they are playing from pot 2, Betis and Manchester United, are 2 of the most tricky teams in that pot. Pot 3, you see that Bodo Glimt team. Onome knows so much about them. They are a side that is extremely difficult to play against. The only good news for Bayern Munich is that they are home in that tie. If they were away, it would have been a lot worse. Lille is also a tricky fixture. So, in my mind, Bayern Munich has the trickiest fixtures of all the pot 1 teams.
Well, for me, I would go for Atletico Madrid. I'll go for Atletico Madrid. Yeah, they play Bayern Munich at home, Liverpool away, Manchester United. Yes, the resurgent Manchester United also at home. PSV Eindhoven. A lot of people are now looking at PSV. PSV are one of the toughest teams in Europe right now, whether you like it or not. They won the Eredivisie not long ago, and they are still doing great things. They've continued from where they stopped last season, blowing teams away left, right, and center. They've won all the games they've played so far in the Eredivisie. They still lead that one. Fenerbahce, we saw what they did to Lyon to get here. They're going to be a very tricky opponent for Atletico Madrid, especially now that we don't even know what the situation is with Julian Alvarez. But we know in next coming days we'll find out, and if they don't find a replacement, it's going to be a struggle for them heading into the UEFA Champions League season. But Bodo Glimt, you already talked about them. They're very unpredictable. Over 2.5, they're always short for them. So looking at the whole draw, I would say Atletico Madrid first, maybe closely second would be Arsenal.
Not Man City?
No, Arsenal.
Okay. My Haaland.
Okay, all right. But what I would say is Liverpool actually did find themselves with some good set of fixtures. If they don't actually, qualify automatically, then it means that, that squad is very, very poor. Let's leave that and European things and go over to the Bundesliga. And it's starting today. Bayern Munich, obviously, they've been the ones winning the title. But who could be their biggest challenger for the title this season?
Nobody comes as close to my German machine.
Let me answer the second question, because Big P has said, no, Big P, I'm agreeing with you that nobody talk. First of all, Bayern is winning the Bundesliga this season. You see this, let's make a case for this particular team. Maybe they could shock. I don't think that is happening. When you look at some of the teams that performed well last season, the likes of Dortmund, Leipzig and Stuttgart. Leipzig, I'm very, very wary of them because they've lost Jan Diomande. Yes, they've gotten Nkunku back. It's going to probably be the same answer. The team that will be the nearest second place team is Dortmund. I don't see anybody genuinely giving Bayern Munich a title race.
And that's some period.
True. When you think of the Bundesliga, you immediately and easily think about the La Liga. They're almost similar. You have 2 top teams and then the rest. That has been the story.
Can only one top team the Bundesliga?
No, obviously we know. Okay, yes. I think it's slightly more competitive. It's slightly more competitive. Yeah, exactly. Slightly more competitive when you look at the La Liga, because it's always going to be Real Madrid and then Barcelona and then sometimes the likes of Villarreal and Atletico Madrid in the mix. But for this one, definitely head and shoulders Bayern Munich. Closely in second position. It might not even be Borussia Dortmund, because sometimes you can't predict them. They might end up struggling to qualify for the UEFA Champions League. You just might see a team like Stuttgart or even Bayer Leverkusen may just do a lot better than they did last season. Or maybe Leipzig as well.
All right, let's go to the Italian side of the pitch. Serie A, Napoli versus Como. This is a standout fixture for this weekend. How will that unfold? Let's be unbiased. I think I support. I'll keep you under the wraps. I'll tell you.
I think Como's winless run to the season continues today. They got the draw in their first game. Napoli were able to win away from home, and now Napoli will be the team at home. Maybe Como can strive to get a draw in this particular one, but I don't think they will go all the way to Naples and pick all 3 points.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a very tricky one for Como. Maybe the most they can achieve in the fixture come Sunday would be a draw away at Napoli. It's what I think. But then again, there's an interesting tie for 7:45 p.m. this evening. Milan versus Venezia. You know why? I'd like to see what it's going to be like when Samuel Chukwueze goes face to face with Aqua Adams.
Is Samuel Chukwueze in Milan?
Yes, he has left
Adams
Fulham.
Is where?
In Venezia, and they're coming up against each other.
Oh my
brothers.
All right, still talking about weekend fixtures. Let's go over to the Premier League, and we've got if starting from today, match day 2, Crystal Palace will be at home to Manchester City. For City, they labored to get that late win against Bournemouth, but the 3 points was important for them. I'm sure going into this match today, what would you like to see Man City do differently to be convincing in their win.
I would like to see them be more dominant than they were in the first game. I understand sometimes it's not easy winning now the first game of the season. It sometimes gets very difficult, but with time you begin to grow in confidence, grow mentally, and grow in belief. But sadly, they have some of the key players that would have thought that would immediately hit the ground running, who are out in this one. Doku is out this one, and then the gentleman who was on loan last season at Everton, Jack Grealish, we don't even know where his head is at right now. I don't think he was to leave, definitely, and he'll be leaving. So for Maresca, a bit of headache here and there, but I still think he has enough in the squad to do a lot better than he did in the previous game. But they travel away at Crystal Palace, who are also desperate for a victory. So as it is, if it ends 1-0, Ingo take them, so long as it translates to 3 points.
And let's talk about Ini's brothers on the pitch. Will Manchester United get their first win of the season?
Another newly promoted team for Manchester United. This time it is Ipswich, but they are at home. If Manchester United does not get a victory today, Ini has a lot of explaining to do on Monday.
How strong is Ipswich, by the way?
They got promoted last season and then they were able to get an important win to start the Premier League this season. They are above Manchester United as we speak. But honestly, Hull City had a very, very good tactical display against Manchester United. Let me just say that probably Manchester United were bamboozled and then the season just started. I think they were learning their lesson. I expect a striker to start up front, most likely Benjamin Sesko, and Konya to be on the left. Manchester United should be able to scrape a victory. Ini, I supported Man U today. I hope you are hearing.
So now let's go to this. What is the one result nobody is expecting that could happen this weekend?
Well, a lot of things could happen. Manchester City could lose. They could lose to Crystal Palace. It's possible. Yes, they could.
My baby cut his hair.
If you look back at how they scraped past their last opponent and the opening day fixture, it was a struggle. And if they don't overcome that, Crystal Palace, who are desperate for a victory, might just stun them.
What's a result that Big P is not expecting that could happen? Sunderland beating Fulham right there at the Stadium of Lights.
Well, I'm done Fulham. I come down. I don't like.
Can I step one result I think would happen?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Chelsea not to win at home against Brighton. Brighton could get all 3 points against Chelsea.
It's a big possibility.
On Saturday.
It's a big possibility.
It's Brighton win or draw. And if you want me to be very bold, Brighton to beat Chelsea this weekend.
That would be a bright shock on you.
Is it weird that I think that Aston Villa can do something against Arsenal
on Monday night? No.
Well, how good are Brighton that you think they can?
They are quite good. They qualified for Europe. They also had the 4th best defense in the league last season. Started the day on a bright way, defeating Tottenham. So yeah, they can actually Aston Villa. So yeah, they can actually go out there and get that win.
The sky is in blue after
all right, talking about more league action, let's come back home, and it officially begins. Where would have Shooting Stars host newly promoted Inter Lagos as the season gets underway. We're excited. Our league is actually, the calendar has been on par with other leagues in Europe, which is good. Now, there's been a bit of banter with the football clubs on social media. What's going on?
I think it's absolutely exciting. Katsina United were able to get an AI image of a lion, and they're saying the lions do not concern themselves with what antelopes do. They showed a picture of an antelope running away because they are playing against Rangers, and Rangers responded that they really think they're going to get 3 points. Then there was another one between Inter Lagos and Shooting Stars. Inter Lagos opened a quantitative reasoning textbook to explain that they are doing some deep thinking. Shooting Stars replied by burning the textbook ahead of the match. I am so excited by the amount of drama that is happening going into the NPL season. I also have to give credit to a lot of the clubs, especially the Lagos clubs, how they've been announcing their jerseys. They've gotten sponsors there inside of Lagos. We've been seeing videos engaging with fans. This is what I have been asking for.
So the 7.5 million sponsorship is paying off already. Has it been disbursed?
This was even before the sponsorship was announced.
Yeah, they've not got to that money yet.
Sadly for these clubs, the amount of bans does not decide who wins the league title. Or you can ban all you want if you don't put in the work on the field of play. You just
that says your mate came first.
That's the truth. And who knows?
Now.
We'll wait and see.
All right, so let's talk about the newly promoted sides I mentioned. I think we have Inter Lagos, Sporting Lagos, and all this. Which of these newly promoted team are you tipping to survive relegation or teams?
I expect Sporting Lagos to survive relegation. They are. I don't even.
With them firing coach Jeff and Bruce bringing in coach.
So Onome, I got an update on that particular one. It was strong banter material from Sporting Lagos.
Exactly.
He has extended his contract. If you look at that post again, they say Jeff Potter is fired. up for the new season. The up for the new season is now in very small, in very small font, and then the fired is in red. Everybody in the comment section is like, admin, take your time, don't do this, don't try this.
They cannot sack Jeff. They cannot sack him. He's our guy.
Why is he irreplaceable?
He's our guy. Don't worry.
For Ranchers Bees of Kaduna, honestly, this is one team I've been hearing since the 80s and also the 90s. The likes of, I think, Mokachi played for Ranchers Bees at some point in time. So many other great players who made it through to the national team under coach Clemens Westerhoff. I don't really know what it's like as it is right now for them and what their plans is, but of course I know surviving relegation will be a start to seeing if they can go back into the days of reckoning where they dominated the league at some point in the 80s. So there's a soft spot for me, Ranchers Bees, but then again, realistically speaking, I think Sporting Lagos and Inter Lagos are two strong candidates to stay.
Gentlemen, please, off the top of your head, 10 seconds only, please, what team are you rooting for in the MPFL?
Definitely it's a no-brainer for me, Bendel Insurance.
They're not winning the league right there.
You say your own,
Okay.
What's your own damn?
Of course, I have a soft spot for Kwara United.
Okay, and you?
There's nobody else.
Did you Calabar United?
My Remo Stars are relegated. But see, my Remo Stars are relegated. I'm rooting for Sporting Lagos this season.
Okay.
Yeah, and then secondly, Korodu United. You know, those two. That's just how it is. So don't forget, coming up on Sports Kick, the big prediction: who wins this season's MPFL title? 0909-916-4403. Let us know what you think about that one. Let's talk about when you serve you food, you eat the food and then you leave the turkey, the meat, and everything. That's what you eat last. That's what I
eat
get
that
into.
first.
Who are
Sorry.
you? Who are you?
You are a bandit.
I go back to
You chop the turkey, the chicken, the meat before you eat
because you might not be interested in the carbs or whatever. But
on popular opinion, you should take slices of protein as you are taking your spoon.
The main meat. That one.
That's what
for another day.
NFF boys, they design. All of them have done. Yes, they've left.
You know that meme that says, I can't believe that we're here. Can you believe me, you, this way we are here now? I cannot believe
the incompetent lots. They finally told us that they've left, and that is what is. We're happy with this. What happens afterwards now that they've resigned?
Well, there are plenty of names being thrown in the mix of potential successors to the previous manager, now resigned manager, president, and Gusso. In the first place, I wasn't even in support of him. There's Kunle Soname, who is the founder of Bet Ninja, of course, a popular guy. He's one of those names thrown in the mix. Mike Emenalo, who shoehorned his way into the World Cup in 1994 for the Super Eagles and did well. We saw how greatly he did when he was at Chelsea. He was one of the top guys that made Chelsea today. That's why they bark like I'm not going to mention the animal in London. Amaju Pinnick, former NFF chairman, between 2014 and 2022. One of those names. Sheyi Olofinjano, former Super Eagles midfielder, highly educated guy. A lot of people know believe that gentleman go Yabatek, and he did well for himself. Chikelu Iloanusi, former defender for the Super Eagles. He had great potential, but sadly injury caught his career short. Segun Odegbami, the mathematical genius, like they like to call him, he won the AFCON back in 1980. For many years, he has been clamoring to occupy that seat. Hopefully, this might just be his best chance to do so.
Yeah, quickly. What is the one thing the next NFF administration must fix our first?
Preparation for tournaments, whether it's visa registrations. We saw what happened with our under-20 girls, that our captain was not able to travel to Poland, and then organizing of friendlies, all the things that have to do with preparation for a tournament. Do not be preparing for the tournament 3 weeks before the tournament starts.
I also would love the NFF to be fully financially independent and not be dependent on the government for funds. That way they can run things the way it should be run properly without government interference.
They should fix corruption, as in, it's not political.
It's all a part of it.
We should start hanging people that are corrupt, but sorry. Yes.
Hang up that comment. Let's move on to the next part here, which is Sports Kick. Guess what? The big prediction: who wins the MPFL this season?
I already said not Bendel Insurance. I know that's what Michael wants to say.
Yeah, you know something. I would say Bendel Insurance. The return of Amaso Basoge. I will definitely. And yes, we have some new signings, innovators who came from various club sites. Yeah, stop beefing. But also, I think it is any other team that I think would be in the mix is Finidi George's Rivers United, realistically speaking.
Nice.
So I don't like when Michael does this, when Michael displays his extraterrestrial powers of being able to look into someone's mind. I already knew that Michael was going to talk about Bendel Insurance. That's why I said no Bendel Insurance. Rivers United, for me, I think this is the season they get over the line. They remind me of how Arsenal finally got that monkey off their back last season. Rivers United have been second in the NPFL for 2 consecutive seasons, and I feel like this is the campaign where they are just able to get over the line. So my prediction for the NPFL 26-27, Rivers United flew to the title.
Aimba have fallen way off. They are no longer what they used to be. In fact, the last time I saw video clips of them, I saw Kanu Wanko trying to pep talk players of Aimba, telling them they could actually, achieve things the way they did 20-something years ago, but they are not looking like, they don't even have those names. They don't even have those names. Yeah, I want to believe so. They don't even have those names that in the past intimidated players. Names that even when you watch Aimba, you would wish that we had these names in the Super Eagles. And a number of times back then, we had them called up to the Super Eagles. They don't have them anymore.
Talk about Kanu trying to address the elephants in the room.
Enugu is Enugu Rangers, right?
Yeah, so
Okay,
yes,
so
they also go by Rangers International. But this is what I would say. I think Rangers will defend their title. They'll win the league again. The issue would be, the distraction, on the continent.
Yep.
That might be the issue. Yes, most times when teams actually compete on the continent, they tend to be distracted who's going at home.
True.
That might affect them. So
there's another problem. There's another problem with them. Currently, they're no get stadium right now. They'll be playing at the Moshood Abiola Stadium, which is home away from home. So imagine missing the fan support and all whatnot
home
that
advantage.
you need to actually
kill the motivation.
Electric is a vital factor. I believe so much.
I support the Rangers and Bendel Insurance. My mom's Bendel, so yeah.
Yeah. So let's see what you're saying. Hello.
TGIF.
Yeah, TGIF. Welcome to the show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Kayode. From
All right, Kayode. Who's winning the NPFL this season?
Yeah,
Are you there, Kayode?
Ouch.
Yes,
Can you hear me?
Yes, now we can hear you now.
I said I'm an Aimba fan. But if you ask me, I don't see Aimba.
Oh, okay.
It's quite dicey.
All right.
Hold
Okay. This one here from Ola Kims. It says Obasogi na Voznia or Michael Ibina. Now I know him go play for them. Could have been.
All right, here St. Moses says, here is St. Moses. We have 3 teams from Lagos in the NPFL this season. Wow, I'm rooting for Ikorodu United. They should do better than they did last season and win the league this time.
Okay. All right. I expect Chelsea to lose Yakata against the Palace and Brighton will light up the bridge. Bebestik Amani from Badagry says, you see that Brighton beating that's where I draw the line on my beg. Why winning? Okay. Tsunami Osheyi Olofinjano for the job as a UCL draw. The Arsenal group is something else. I think this Madrid would end Arsenal's unbeaten because of the special man. That's boring.
Vinicius is going to Arsenal.
Jeremiah from Malakuko says, good morning to you guys in the studio. Bayern and Atletico back-to-back to open is a brutal test of where United actually stands right now. No settling in period whatsoever.
Okay, good. This is an interesting message from Ade. He says, can somebody tell me why Arsenal can't sign Oli Watkins and why allowing him go to Saudi Arabia?
Habibi, more money. Habibi,
money.
Dirham. Jesse Annie says, finally Alhaji Ibrahim Gusau quits his NFF ball. Zero legacy, zero vision.
Okay, finally this one here, question from Leo who says, what's the update on Enzo Fernandez? Well, nothing for now at this point. All right, Bosti, don't worry, MFM team is not in the
That's my church.
Okay, this one here, Olakim says any Lagos club would do it for me. Thank you so much for being on the show. I appreciate your presence. Yeah, tomorrow Monday we're here again at 8 in the morning. And don't forget, tomorrow from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. the best combination of music and sports comes your way right here on Sports City. Across all social media platforms, we are at City 1051. The Big P is here to continue all the way to 10 a.m. alongside Ini this morning. So stay here on Breakfast in the City to 10 a.m.
City 1051.
Just one Puroro and better bottle start. All the hot shots, the sweet goals.